Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amber and I love all things handbag related, with a little bit of emphasis on the brands Vera Bradley and Lug. Also occasionally, but very rarely, do some content related to concealed carry and how that works with all of these beautiful bags that I love. So if any of that sounds good to you, then stick around and let's hang out. Today's video was inspired by a comment that I received not that long ago. And before I get into this story, I want to say up front, I am in no way, shape, or form mad, irritated, upset, nothing like that over this comment. Absolutely not. It just made me think about something, so it's a question I wanted to ask you all. I received a comment where someone, I'm going to paraphrase, I'm not going to try to remember it word for word, but I'm going to paraphrase. Someone essentially said, "Why are you always so negative? I never want to buy anything that you review." And I read it and I was like, huh, am I negative? So I posed the question to you all. Do you think that I am extremely negative or critical when I do these videos or these reviews? Am I too harsh? Am I too critical? Am I negative? I feel like when I'm really excited about something, it really comes across in the video because I'm a very honest person, and I know that I have very much been critical or been harsh or, said negative things about some of the items that I've reviewed, and that's simply because that's how I felt in the moment when I reviewed them. There was either something that I didn't care for about the bag, or I wasn't overly impressed with it, or there were features I thought could have been better, or whatever the case may be, but it's simply my opinion. Regardless of that, I don't want to be a negative person in any way, shape, or form. I will always be honest with y'all because I don't have it in me to lie. So if for some reason my channel ever did happen to truly grow, I would never have a sponsorship under my belt. Not a single one. Because I can't imagine any brand that could produce something that I would absolutely always love without a doubt. And I could not get on here and lie to y'all and be like, it's great, it's fabulous, if that's not what I really thought. But yeah, I will always be honest with you guys if there's something that I just don't care for, or I think that they could have done better, or you know what I'm saying. But I don't want to come across as extremely negative or extremely critical. So please let me know in the comment section, do you interpret my videos that way? Do you see me as doing very negative reviews or being very critical of the items that I show or things like that? With that out of the way, it also kind of led me into the idea for today's video, which is 5 features on bags that drive me insane. I'm going to be critical and I'm going to be harsh and I'm going to show you some negatives today. And that's because there are things that drive us crazy. There are certain bags that I absolutely love and I wouldn't trade for, well, I would trade them for $1 million. It would be a lie if I said I wouldn't. But there are bags that I really truly love. And they can still have things about them that drive me a little crazy. So I wanted to talk about those today. Let's be negative and let's do a little bit of bitching. How about it? So these are not going to be in any particular order. These are just 5 features off the top of my head that when I see them on a bag or I get a bag and they end up having some of these features, I take a deep breath because I know what that entails. So without further ado, let's get into it. These are 5 handbag features that absolutely drive me nuts. Okay, again, these are in no particular order, and I am going to try to make this video fairly quick because most of mine tend to run long. But the first feature I'm going to talk about has to do with not just this bag in particular, but bags such as this. And I'm going to get you close up. This is my current bag that I am in right now. So this is the Vera Bradley Performance Twill Multi-Strap Shoulder Bag in Plum Pansies, or Floating Plum Pansies. One or the other. I can't remember, but it'll be in the description box. But I want to get you up close because the first feature I want to talk about today has to do with performance twill bags in particular, and it is this. Did you hear the squeaking? This bag doesn't even squeak that bad, but I have noticed that on some of my performance twill bags, the squeaking from the straps and the hardware can be obnoxiously loud. The oversized hobo that I reach the oversized hobo that I recently purchased in the performance twill black has the fixed shoulder strap on it, right? And I'll insert a picture here somewhere over top of this. But it has that shoulder strap on it. And when I carry that bag, especially when I use that shoulder strap, all I hear is and it drives me crazy. Like, I honestly got this close to asking my husband to go find me the WD-40 so I can make it stop squeaking. I'm getting better at just tuning it out now, but it's one of those features that just drives me up a wall. So the first one is squeaky straps or squeaky hardware. The second one I can also show you partially with the bag that I am in currently. And y'all know that I absolutely love the Performance Twill multi-strap shoulder bag. But the next feature that just drives me a little bit crazy is this. When companies don't give us adequate pocket size, or when they skimp out on our pocket size. So the multi-strap shoulder bag, as y'all know, on the front side has this really nice size, generous magnetic pocket. But then when we flip it around, instead of mirroring that pocket on the back, they gave us this little tiny slip pocket that's just big enough for a cell phone. Now, why couldn't they give us that full-sized magnetic pocket on the back too? So they kind of remedied this particular issue a little bit with the pleated multi-strap satchel. On that bag, it only comes in cotton right now. I do wish they would make a performance twill version, but as of right now, it's only cotton. But it has the large magnetic slip pocket on the front and the back. But there are several bag styles that give us this little tiny cell phone pocket on the back. And a lot of people really enjoy the cell phone pocket. I still use it. It's not a big enough issue that I'm never going to buy the bag again. Obviously, I love this bag style. But we find that particular pocket on other bags, such as the factory outlet saddle crossbody, the triple zip hipsters, or at least for sure the performance twill triple zip hipster. It's on other styles as well. But along the same vein as, you know, maybe potentially not giving us a large enough pocket, another issue that drives me crazy is this one. Too many pockets. Now look, all you lug nuts that watch my channel, I still love lug. 100%. Absolutely. But I do think, and don't crucify me for this, okay? Don't. But I do think that on some of Lug's handbags, occasionally there are too many pockets. Have you unsubscribed yet? I hope not. So, this bag is my original Flutter in Rockstar. And I love this bag. I think it is so cute. I love the print. I love the little design of it. It's a great size. But if you look, this is a small bag, right? It's about 9 by 9. And if you look right here on the front, we have a zip pocket, another zip pocket, and then a magnetic slip pocket, all piled right here on the front. And when you try to utilize each and every one of those pockets, especially if you try to use the two cargo pockets on the inside that share the same wall with the front of the bag, you're going to run into an issue because there's just not enough internal real estate to truly utilize all of those pockets unless you're putting items in there that are super thin, super minimal. You can't start putting anything bulky in there because then it just eats up the space and you can't use another one of the pockets. So with some of my lug bags, especially like this one, if I want to try to utilize each and every single pocket on the bag, I have to be super strategic with how I pack my items. Now, when it comes to this bag in particular, I tend not to use either this middle zip pocket or the lower zip pocket, unless it's just for something like stashing quick receipts or something like that in them, because there is no gusset. You have no gusset for these front pockets, and you can see that they are literally stacked on top of each other. So one zip pocket, the next zip pocket, and then the cell phone pocket. They're just stacked. And it really does make them hard to kind of use. So, along with not really giving us great pocket size, sometimes we get way too many pockets. Okay, the next feature that can drive me up a wall is a less than ideal strap. So, let's go back to my beloved Performance Twill multi-strap shoulder bag. I just pulled the strap off of it this time. I don't need the whole bag. As much as I love Performance Twill and as much as I love the multi-strap shoulder bag, in general, your adjustable straps that come with the Performance Twill bags are a pain in the butt. Because the strap itself is essentially the same size as the little hardware bit that it goes through. So when you try to pull it through, can you hear that? The edge of the strap is just grinding against the little hardware bit. So I've found a solution for that, and essentially I have to pinch the strap in and just keep working it through a little tiny bit at a time. But who wants to sit and do that all day? It takes forever, legitimately. And yes, the Performance Twill straps are robust. They seem very sturdy. I think they'll hold up for a long time if you don't wear the sides out trying to pull it back and forth through this little buckle, or not buckle, through this little hardware bit. Along the same lines, I am not a huge fan of buckle adjustment straps. They're a little bit more finicky to adjust. So if you're on the go and you need to adjust your strap quickly, you're not going to really be able to do that with a buckle adjustment strap. They take longer. You have to pull them out. You have to redo it. You have to put it all back in. It's not just a slide adjuster where you can just quickly pull it through. And the other thing that I really don't care for about the buckle straps is that you don't have a huge amount of variety with them. There is no variation in this strap. You cannot cinch this down so much that you can make it a shoulder bag. The adjustability for this strap is this far. So you can make it a long shoulder strap, a longer shoulder strap, or a crossbody bag. Whereas, even though I hate pulling these Performance Twill straps through the little adjustment piece, the little hardware piece, I can bend it and slide it down. I can move it. I can adjust it. I can make this shoulder length if that's what I want, so I can make it shorter, or I can slide it out and make it crossbody length or anything in between. So I much prefer a slide adjustment strap than a buckle adjustment strap. But regardless of either one, a strap that does not adjust smoothly, efficiently, quickly, they drive me a little bit crazy. So that's the next feature on handbags that just drives me bananas. And then the last feature I'm going to talk about for today in this video that absolutely drives me crazy. And this is probably the number one feature that really irritates me and gets on my nerves when it comes to bags. And it is junky zippers. I adore this bag. This is one of the original sized Carson Hobos in the water bouquet print. It is an absolutely beautiful print. It's got all of these different colors in it, and it's on this really soft kind of sky blue background. It's just a beautiful, beautiful pattern. And that's 100% why I keep this bag, because these zippers on it are garbage. These are those old metal zippers. And look. I have waxed these zippers so that they are more smooth than they were when I initially got this bag. But they still get hung up. They are still scratchy. I have cut my hands on these zippers by accidentally getting them caught when I go in and out of the bag. They catch. They're not always smooth. They cut my hands. They scratch. They hurt. They're just junky ass zippers. And if I didn't love this print so much, and if I didn't like this bag so much, I would get rid of it because of the zippers. But I have waxed these zippers to the ends of the earth to make them usable for me. But the next feature that absolutely drives me insane is junky zippers. Along the lines, I'll give you a bonus one while I have this bag out. I've talked a lot about straps today. Another feature that drives me crazy, bonus, is when a strap is extremely difficult to get on and off a bag. I love the Carson line of handbags. I love the Carson shoulder bag. I love the mini shoulder bag. I love the Hobo, the mini Hobo. I liked the totes, but you didn't have that issue with the totes. But every bag in the Carson line that has a removable strap has this feature where there is a tab that comes up off the top of the bag, be it a pleather tab, a leather tab, or just fabric. And it has this little grommet in the middle of it. And that is where your strap attaches. Now, when the strap is on, it's perfectly fine. But if you can see right here at the top, there's this little indent right there. And that is from me working to get this on and off. I've figured out a system, but essentially the little bit of this fabric that sticks up is about the same size as the opening that you have for the little lobster claw. So getting up and over that fabric to hook onto this grommet can be difficult. So to get it on, I have learned to push it in and hook it. Getting it on, not too bad. Getting it off, oh my lord. So the easiest way I've figured out how to do that is the exact opposite. I take the strap to the outside, I push it down, and then I have to work the strap back around the grommet. And you can see I still struggle with it. The connections on these bags to put the strap on, it's just a pain. It really truly is. So that has to be a testament to how much I enjoy this bag style overall and this print, because I have griped about the zipper and the strap connections with this one. I still like the bag. I still enjoy it. I still use it. I'm not going to get rid of it. So those are the 5 plus 1 bonus handbag features that just drive me crazy. What are some of the handbag features that drive you insane? Let's all let our negativity out today and let's just bask in it. Let's do all that griping, all that complaining. Let's get it out. Let's throw it out there and let's talk about it. So what are some of the features that drive you insane on some of your handbags? especially if it's some of your favorite handbags and you've just learned to overlook the features on those bags that drive you crazy. Also, fun handbag fact for the day. So when I told y'all that I had learned that the average American woman owns 11 handbags, I was reading another article a couple of days ago, and that article said that on average, American women own 13 handbags. So let's call it 12 and split the difference. But in that same article, I also read that on average, American women buy 3 brand new handbags per year. So how do you fall into that category? How many new handbags do you buy each year? And then what features on those bags drive you crazy? Let me know. So that's my video for today, y'all. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed this. This was purely just for a little bit of fun. Just a good laugh, because we all know there are things on our bags that drive us insane, and we still use them anyway because we're crazy bag ladies and we overlook it, and it doesn't matter because we love our bags. But definitely let me know in the comments below if you think that I am too negative or overly critical or overly harsh when I do these kind of reviews, because I sincerely don't want to be an extremely negative or critical or downtrodden person. I don't think that I am. I think that I try to be fairly unbiased. No, that's not true, because I'm very biased when it comes to my reviews. I try to not focus on the negative aspects as much, but like I said, I am always going to be honest. So give me your thoughts below if you think that I'm just too negative or too critical or too harsh. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm going to shut up now. I hope that you're having an awesome week so far. If you have any comments, questions, or you just want to say hello, then as always, leave me a message down below, because I love to chat with y'all. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.